Oh, well, welcome back, folks. Day 2 of the high pinion Dana30 install in Double D. Came back from breakfast with the missus, only to have Mother Nature decide she wants to make everybody wet. Now there's threats of evening thunder showers, and I'm hoping that's when they are evening. So, I was able to get home in the rain, get the high pinion in the pinion, the axle cradle. I think there for a second. And let me show you where we're at now. Okay, let me flip this screen around here. All right. Oops, sorry. Palm my hand. No comment. Okay. What we got now. We got the upper control arms bolted in, but not tightened. We need our lower control arms. But we got one little problem. They're adjustables. What do we adjust them to? Well, it is my understanding that when doing a 3.5 to 4 inch lift, you take the rear lower control arms and you can put them in the front, and it should be perfect. So, since we're not right now going to remove those rear control arms, that comes later, I decided to go underneath and get a measurement between the two eyelets. And I came up with, of course, 17 inches. Perfect. So, let us go get our Rusty's forged adjustable lower control arms, and let me show you how beefy those are compared to those pieces of junk over there. Alright, let me close this thing up, have it click, go bleep, and we'll see in a few minutes. Alright, here we go. We are currently in the back of Gray because today's fun. Double D decides he don't want to open his rear hatch. So, we will go and use his brother. Here are our adjustable lower control arms. See if I can do anything about this. Hang on. Alright, so much for the new camera. We're going to go with the old standby. These are our Rusty's forged adjustable lower control arms. I opted to go with the rubber bushings instead of the Johnny joint. Cost wise, they're a little cheaper. We need 17 inches from this center of this hole to center of this hole, or from this edge here, the corresponding edge over here. This being the axle end, this being the body mounted end. Let's see how close we are right now. We're at 16 1/4. I'm just guessing at this now. Wow. Right there at 17. Bang! That's mint. Time for some coffee. What I'm going to do now to get this one in line with this one, I'm going to sit on top and use the mounting bolts. I'm going to call that good. And you notice we got the bolt through there. And things are lining up right there. So for now, we're going to lock these guys in. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. What this should do is move the bottom of our axle out, putting the wheel more in line in the wheel opening, plus should alter our caster angle. Which would you rather have under your butt? I know which one I would take. Hint, hint, hint. We're going to get some extra bolts here. We're going to hook our bolts, our axle ends in, and then lift up and hopefully get our body mount ends in. And I'll bring you back then as soon as we got something accomplished. Alright. When installing an axle, there are several things you need to take into consideration. One, of course, for us right now, seeing as how we have adjustable control arms, is control arm length. Other thing you need to take into consideration, I don't know if I spoke about this before, but the caster angle, your angle of your ball joint pivot. One of the other things you need to take into consideration coil spring mounts. Right now, this coil spring mount doesn't quite line up with the upper one. You want them as much in line as possible, as straight as possible. I have a feeling that I'm going to have a bit of a curve to this. This coil spring, the angle, the caster angle does seem a little excessive. Coil spring mounts don't look like they're going to line up. Shock mount off a little bit. Now, I took 5 full turns out of the adjustable end. 5 full turns. I may take, let's see, about maybe 3. We'll take 3 out on both sides. The only other way to remedy this is to get adjustable uppers, which is not in the budget right now. Right now I'm eyeballing everything the way it should go in. We will then snug that bolt, one on the other side, the 2 uppers. We will snug these guys up too, and then we will work with getting our springs in. Oh, I'm hoping I got enough room. So let me go make some minor adjustments here, I already have loosened up our engine, or not engine cradle. Why do I keep saying engine cradle? I loosened up our Dana30 cradle. So right now the only thing that cradle is doing is holding up. It is not keeping it from rotating. So you will see you guys in a few. Okay, springtime. We got our two different springs here, before and after kind of the deal going on. This here is our stock spring and our spacer that we had. This is a 3 to 3.5 inch lift with this guy. But now these are stock springs, they're worn, so it's probably closer to a 3 inch. Now, what we got here, oh, pretty. These are Rugged Ridge 4.5 inch coils. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? But before we can put this guy in, we need to install a bump stop cup, which is this. That in turn will hold our extended bump stop. Why do we need an extended bump stop? Well, we don't want over travel of the axle up. This will limit the up travel, so you don't do things like crash your fenders with your tires, or crash your tires in your fenders, or anything like that that kind of does some damage. So crawl under there. I'll put my new cups in. Push these guys. These are only held in with pressure. If you can see, I don't know if you can see, there's 3 little nubs in there. That nub right there, one there, that holds this groove. So let's go install this like this, and then see if we can get these guys in without needing a spring compressor, because I don't want to damage these with a spring compressor. They're nice and shiny. Ooh, shiny. I ain't gonna be that way for long, but all right, let's go. We got our jack out. We got our axle cradle off the jack. Put the regular cup back on. Had to remove the upper control arm bolts and allow the axle to rotate slightly so we can get these springs in with no spring compressors. Of course, you see we got our bump stops and our cups. I'm not too worried about that not being centered, because we are up pretty high. That'll swing up. That'll swing up. That will not be an issue. We were fighting the fact that the axle wanted to go this way, toward the passenger side. I had to put a bolt in a track bar mount and one on the upper side, and use a ratchet strap and pull it over so I could get the upper control arm bolt on that side in. Right now we are sitting on our lower control arms on our jack stands on their lowest setting, the small jack stands on the lowest setting, and we are now off our main jack stands. I need to undo that bolt right there for the steering dampener. That tie rod end is loose. I need to knock that tie rod end loose, and I can take the steering geometry out of the way and get to that track bar. Now that would be, I believe that's a rough country forged adjustable with the sleeve, so there's no unbolting, turn, try to bolt it back together. It'd be adjusting it just like you would a tie rod end. And I put it all together with any seats, so crossing the fingers. Well, good as I can cross them. That'll come out. And if you're wondering, yes, I'm using our old rig, our old video rig. There's dust on the screen. I'm not going to brush it off. Show you what this side looks like. There's a little bit of wonkiness in the spring, but I did reuse some used bushings at the top. So, plus it does have to come this way more. That should kind of even it all out once we get the track bar in. Got our track bar in, steering dampener in, tie rods in. Now we just have to go around and tighten everything up. Once all this is done, we have our sway bar end link mounts to put in, our shocks, put our rotor and brakes in. Oh yeah, and the drive shaft back there. Oh. We do have to adjust our track on this front axle. That's done with the track bar, of course.